I got stopped by the police. That's right. I got stopped by the police. Your Kawasaki boy got stopped by the police for the first time ever. I've driven a car 6 years now, like since I was 18. I've driven this motorcycle for a month and I got stopped by the police. And I want to talk about it. Nothing actually happened, you know. Nothing actually happened. I was on my way home from military work. Yes, I'm actually a voluntary soldier in Denmark. I got stopped on the way home. When I was driving into my backyard, I guess, I saw the blue blinks behind me. And I was like, oh shit, what? I drove in. I stopped, obviously. What I did was I took my motorcycle keys out of my motorcycle, dropped them on the floor, took my helmet off to show, hey, I'm a good guy, I'm not gonna run. You can watch me, you can see me, you can see what I'm doing. And then they asked my social security number. I just said it because, well, I don't actually want to confront any police officers. Then they asked who my name was, just to verify that I gave the right social security number. And then they said, okay, you're off to go. Apparently they were off to find someone who had driven a green motorcycle a bit too fast that evening. But I wasn't out riding that evening. I was, as I said, on work. So they weren't after me. However, it is the first time I actually have been stopped by the police, and I just want to talk about it for a bit. As you can hear, this is actually my camera mic, so I'm probably gonna sound a bit better. But we think we're gonna drive a small ride out on the country, and then I'm gonna talk about it a bit. Maybe take some similarities towards Dancing Moto. If some of you know him, maybe you don't, maybe you do. Let's ride. Was it lit? I'm back on my motorcycle and with the shit mic. Apparently this is a shit mic, and you know, I heard my last video, and yeah, it is lagging a bit. I'm sorry about that, but I don't know. I don't have enough money for a new mic. I think I broke this mic when I put it on my intercom. You just have to deal with it until I get a new intercom. But we were talking about how I got stopped by the police, and I have told you that it wasn't anything serious. But what I want to talk about is what you need to do when you get stopped by the police. Because when I got stopped by the police, I were actually a bit scared. I panicked a bit. My heart beat. I thought I had done something wrong. I thought I might have driven a bit too fast. A lot of stuff came into my mind. Maybe I didn't blink when I what is called a traffic light or something like that. My heart was racing and I didn't actually know what to do. So I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Maybe just not need to do, but maybe some good tips. When a police officer stops you, have the blue blinks, you know, start. If you can drive to the side, do it, and just keep calm. Maybe they just want to talk to you. Maybe they're not even after you. They weren't after me when they stopped me. So that's something as well. Maybe you sped a bit and you're just gonna get what's called. You're just gonna get a warning. Yeah, just chill. Don't be like Dancing Moto. And if you don't know who that is, you have been living under a rock in the motorcycle community. Dancing Moto is a influencer in America, and what he did was absolutely idiotic. So first of all, we all know that I'm a big encourager for driving with your gear on. This guy, Dancing Moto, is like it's 2 or 3 years younger than me. He's like, I think he's 20 years old maybe. Well, that's 4 years younger than me, but still, he drove away from the cops. The cops were after him, and he probably drove a bit too fast. So he probably knew that, well, the cops are after me because I'm driving too fast. Not only drove away from the cops, he actually drove away from the cops without any gear on. The only thing he had on was a helmet. He didn't have a jacket, he didn't have trousers, he didn't have nothing. The only thing he had on was a helmet. That's the only thing he had on. It was raining as well, just to make it even worse. And then the police caught him, drove him down, and drove over him. And he didn't have any gear on. I think he's alright now, but I'm just saying, don't be like Dancing Moto. If the police are going to stop you, they're probably not after you. Or they're probably just going to give you a warning. And if they're actually after you, you have done something wrong. Just accept the consequences. You have to accept the consequences of your actions. I'm not saying you don't have you shouldn't have fun on a bike. You should have fun on a bike. You definitely should have fun on a bike. However, if you're driving like a maniac, if you're driving 130 kilometers on a normal road like this, you should accept that there are consequences to your actions. And if the police catches you, you have to deal with it. That's just how it is. If you don't want the police to actually get to you, don't drive fast. If you're driving fast and the police are chasing you, accept the consequences. That's it. That's what I'm gonna say. So basically, my what I'm saying is that respect the police, respect their work, make it easy for them so they can make it easy for you. Yeah, basically that's it. Don't be like Dancing Moto. Just drive to the side, accept the consequences, and that's it. That's it. And by the way, the scenery, amazing, absolutely amazing. I think we just need to. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Because also, he's not wearing any gear. You all know I want people to wear gear. I'm never going out of my apartment without my motorcycle gear if I'm going to drive a motorcycle. I always wear boots, pants, jacket/hoodie, helmet, and gloves. I have a full set of equipment on me every single time I leave the house, no matter how far I'm going to drive. That's just what I wanted to discuss because, well, first of all, the police thing. Second of all, wear your motorcycle gear. Be smart and don't be stupid. That's like 101 of driving a motorcycle. It's not that hard, you know? And then I wanted to take you on a ride, you know? That's one thing I actually think is very funny. I've never been stopped by the police, as I said. However, 1 month after I got my driver's license, I got stopped by the police. And I've not been stopped by the police in a car for 6 years. Woo! And all of a sudden, I get a motorcycle, and then, you know, and then I got stopped by the police months later. It's like, what the hell? Motorcycles are just, if you're going to get a motorcycle, they're gonna get stopped by the police more often than cars are. And that's just the reality of it. And that's because people are stupid on motorcycles, are more stupid on motorcycles. And because you're obviously more exposed, you don't have doors, you don't have a window in front of you except this. You don't have anything like that protects you. So except your motorcycle gear. That's why I'm always saying just wear your motorcycle gear, you know? Because you don't have anything that protects you. You don't have anything. You only have your motorcycle gear to protect you. And again, I'm not saying you shouldn't have fun on a motorbike. I'm just saying be smart. Wear motorcycle gear. Don't run from the cops. Just please, if you get a motorcycle gear, take your ego and leave it at home. You don't need it out here when you're driving a motorcycle. A motorcycle, you need to have fun. You need to experience the road. Let's say that. And I've experienced the road plenty of times, but I do it when there's no other cars side and on a free road where I can see long into the distance. I'm not doing it here because I can't see that far into the distance. Here I can see maybe 200 meters. That's it. I'm only doing it where I can see it far into the future, where I can see where the road is going and where there are no other cars that I can't jeopardize. And that's what I feel like you should do as well if you're driving a motorcycle. If you want to experience the road, you know, go out and experience the road, but do it where there's no other people driving. These roads are amazing for motorcycles. Like, if you actually have paid attention on the roads we have driven while I've been speaking, small roads, a lot of curvatures, out in the land, amazing roads for motorcycles. I'm just saying be smart. Anyways, that's basically it, what I had to tell you guys. But just to sum it all up, don't panic if the police are actually trying to stop you. If you see the blue blinks behind you, just drive into the side, get your keys on the floor, take your helmet off, just to show you're not one of those who run away, because there are people who have bad motorcycle reputations who are just gonna run away. show the police that you're not one of them. Make their day easier so they can make your day easier in return. Wear a motorcycle gear and don't be a dick. That's basically it. It's as simple as that, you know. I don't have any closure, so drive safe. You know, 2 fingers down, like Ninja Nick would say. And yeah, goodbye.